Hello again. We're back for another daily Isaac Repentance run. Just double checking to see if we're recording. All right, good. So that happened a couple times, and that sucked. So we've got that pretty much completed, the harder stuff. So now it is Dark Room, Satan, Greed, and Grittier. So here we go. Seed here is 4176G4V7. Drink some coffee here. Coming close to the end with this character, with this unlocks here. Buying stuff. Yeah, so last run went very well. Got touchy in a couple of parts in the mausoleum and stuff, but thank goodness Goppy's collar came into the clutch. Also, that's pretty good too here. Bombs every couple of floors, that's not bad. Or couple rooms, I mean. That's all in America, isn't it? Okay. Now, I heard it's really bad, but like, I'm gonna go along with this. And I need to get the unlock anyways. I heard with Libra it makes it worse though. Almond milk, yeah. Be a good little topic to talk about with that. I used to drink a little bit of almond milk here and there in the past. So I found out it added a bunch of sugar. So I had to cut that out. Let's see. I'm thinking it might be here because it'd be further away from the boss room. Okay, maybe not. Then it might be here then. Alright. Threw me off. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Just mess around with these tears here. I forgot, there's no charging. Our damage is tanked. Wait. I thought it was a tin rock there. Damage is tanked here, but get constant brimstone beams, that's pretty nice. Now if we get like some damage ups, it's gonna make it look pretty cool. I was just thinking, I was looking up random topics and stuff, thinking of stuff, and I thought, this might sound pretty good. See, we do not need to have to go to the alt path, so we're going to skip that. What kind of a business would you really like to open if you can? Get all the resources for it and everything else. It's all paid off, or you have or you can make a bunch of money off of it. What would it be? That's kind of a tough question. I never really thought about it too much. Maybe like a pizzeria. Be kind of cool. I know there's a lot of pizzerias in my area. My hometown has a bunch of pizzerias. Especially some, let's see, they got the national chain stuff, of course. Alright, what's going on here? Alright. I don't know what was happening with that. So, like, yeah, they got... We could just blow him up here. Yeah, they got the national stuff, and then they got the local stuff, which is really good. Usually, most of the time, local stuff is pretty good. There's some occasions where I ran into some bad stuff that just kind of cheapens, sort of. Like what I haven't tried is wood stove pizza, and I think I haven't had wood stove pizza. There's there's a business around town I might try. See how I think of it. As long as it's gluten free, it should be. I think there's an option for that. Also, this is our Eve item we got. Fat Buddy. So I guess it's a fat version of Dead Bird. There's a chunkier version here. So for a business, if I were to have something like that, it's gotta be a sit-down restaurant, of course. Because like some pizzerias, they don't have that. It might be a little too small for that kind of thing. So it'll be a sit-down. I don't know how I deck it out. I don't want anything plain, I guess. Let's say this would be like a local business, more than likely. Nothing too broad out. I mean, maybe in the future it'd be something that would broaden out some more, perhaps. Death card, alright. I don't know, like, something that's gonna look appealing, of course, for a restaurant. So, like, and I don't know if about decorative designs, but for like food, we're gonna have the, you know, the typical appetizers, you know, gluten-free options, of course, because like, I know the feeling. Try to figure out like a way to like make the gluten-free options, like the pizzas, to be like larger than like a 10-inch or small or whatever. Usually a 10-inch is considered a small. I mean, it might be more expensive maybe to do that. I don't know. And then have some. So like I know a pizza place in town. You could put like weird stuff on there, but the catch is like they don't have any gluten-free pizzas, which sucks. So I think with this case, like, have a pizza place that offers gluten-free, and you can put those toppings on there. And there's some toppings you can't have on there, like obviously like, or what is it? You know, breadcrumbs or anything, because that defeats the purpose. But if you want the option, you can have the option. Or, you know, take it a step further. So say like you want macaroni on your gluten-free pizza. We offer like gluten-free peptides, not peptides. There's a word for that, where it's like, yeah, it's. Actually, let's just save this bomb here. Well, no, we want to get another spirit heart. There we go. It's gluten-free noodles. We do that. Of course, we'll make the price a little bit more expensive, of course. It's there, but for us to make a profit, we need to like up the cost for that stuff. All organic too, so that's gonna up the cost and things too. We'll offer vegan cheese without like titanium dioxide. There's one place that does that puts titanium dioxide in it. They're not around anymore, but and that's for coloring. Like it's supposed to be an organic place, but like they're putting food coloring in the vegan cheese. And it wasn't for vegan purposes. It was just like for me, it was more in the lines of experimenting with the diet thing, with eliminating dairy. I think dairy is still good for me. As long as it's not like processed in something weird. Gotta have my butter and my coffee too. This brimstone's pretty funny here too. It's like the gluten-free options we're gonna have, I suppose. Alright. Angel deals it is, if I ever get one. Next floor. So it'll be like almond flour we would use, maybe cassava flour. It's more expensive, but it's as close as we can have for bread as we. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's about as close as we can get for real consistency of bread. Like, let's see. Yeah, I say we get that, and the reason why we get that, this other flour, is because some people have an allergy to nuts. So they kind of be missed out with that. And then one pizza place I used to go to, they have an option for keto-friendly bread for the pizza, which is made out of type of vegetable. I'm blanking on the name. It's tip of my tongue too. But it's made out of a type of vegetable that doesn't have a whole lot of carbs in it. So we'll have that too. It's an option. Just give like multiple options. Of course, it's going to cost more. And then we can use the cassava flour too. Well, I don't know. Well, I guess we keep the cassava flour for the crust for an option because it has just about the very similar consistency as gluten flour. So we'll have that for like people who want, you know, the right texture and not feel like they're missing out with like having flat bread or something for pizza. And then we have like the different styles of pizza, New York, Detroit. It's a lot to ask for, I know. But like, just in theory out there, if it can be done, it's gonna be an expensive, large-scale thing for a local chain. Might be a local chain would do instead of like one. Make it more appealing, I guess. So we have that, and then we use the cassava flour too, not only for the pizzas, we also use it for making like breadsticks and stuff. It's a lot more work, so therefore we'd probably have them either pre-made and frozen, or there we go. Or we have it made. Well, if we want it fresh, then we probably want it just made when the order's made. But I don't know how, like, I don't know. Assuming because it's got the similar consistency, it should be pretty straightforward as the other stuff. I mean, I tried cooking with cassava flour, and I'm not used to cooking anyway, so like that didn't help. Kind of screw some things up here. But we use those for like breadsticks. I don't know about mozzarella sticks. That could be like a stretch because mozzarella sticks, for the most part with these restaurants, they come pre-packaged, already like ready to go. But it's gluten. I don't know if there's a distributor we could find that like has those pre-made, but it's gluten-free. And then, or maybe no, skip the mozzarella sticks because this is typically a pizza restaurant. We just need some appetizers. I mean, those are appetizers, I suppose. Maybe we can just skip the cheese sticks, at least for the gluten-free ones, and then just have the gluten ones there for anybody who wants to get them. Because it's not going to be exclusively gluten-free restaurant. It's going to have a balance between gluten and gluten-free. Obviously, like, take care of consideration like cross-contamination issues. There's a whole just chain of commands with this business, I guess. Making sure every little thing is aligned. What else for a pizza business? For pizza stuff? Like, we could probably make... Maybe we should have, like, two styles strictly. So, like, the regular thin crust. We could do probably a thick crust. There's one place in my hometown that does, like, a thick crust kind of thing. Not like Chicago deep dish thick crust kind of thing, but it's more in the lines of... let's see here. It's more in the lines of, it's a thicker crust, but it has more toppings on there. Like, okay, so it's got like the toppings, right? And then above that toppings, it's kind of another layer of bread. And on top of that is more toppings. Cheese, you know, bread, cheese, and then whatever is you order for toppings or in between that too is additional. So you got like double toppings basically, but layered. It's kind of a cool concept. I didn't see any other place that's done that before. Back when I used to eat the gluten pizza. Alright, this is pretty sketchy here. Oh my word, we're taking a lot of bad damage here. Oh my word. We prevailed. That's what matters. What? Revelation, awaken your faith. Alright, whatever that... What is this? Ooh! Angelic Brimstone. Like the one other item that I got is considered Angelic Brimstone. And we get flight too. Alrighty. We'll see how this goes. Alright, yeah, it doesn't blow anything up. Alright. Anyways, going back with the business idea. We do like local stuff around the community, of course. I think that's going to be something we do. Of course. I don't know, because of our low like damage, this is not popping like we want it to because of almond milk. But we'll still play around with this. I think it's pretty good. Good to know to pick up that item from now on. Now that we got that unlocked, like... I mean, now that we got unlocked and then we picked it up, it's gonna show up in the angel room more often. That's really cool. See, what else would be good for, like, stuff? So we're gonna have salads, because, like, some pizza places got salads. We're gonna have for that. It's gonna be like, you know, maybe a few choices, you know, house salad, I think it's called, greenery salad and all that stuff. Options to have breadcrumbs or something in there. Give different options. I might just get a salad today. It's technically keto friendly. I might just do that later today. I'm getting hungry. I don't want to get pizza because one's pricier and two, like... I mean, it's good, it's gluten-free, but it's sugar is the problem. I might just get that. Thanks, me. So yeah, salad. Cause like, that's like, I don't know, but other places in town are having an issue because like, I'm having trouble finding places that don't have blue cheese. Like Panera's don't have blue cheese for some reason. Like at first I thought it was just this one local local Panera that didn't have it for the salad. But I went to another one in a different town and still no blue cheese. I'm like, okay. So definitely blue cheese is going to be mandatory for our salads at our restaurant. As an option. Not like mandatory that we gotta put it on there. Now for like the vegans, like we're gonna have vegan options, I think. So we're gonna, oh yeah, that's right, cauliflower crust, that's what I was thinking of now. The keto-friendly crust. We're gonna have cauliflower crust for the, not only the keto-friendly people, but also for like the vegans and people who have like allergies to like almonds and nuts. We definitely have that as an option. Because I don't think too many people are allergic to cauliflower. But in case they are, we get other options for them. I only know one place that had that, and they're gone now, so... Very unique thing. Could be pricey, I don't know. But since the sake of this like hypothetical thing, we're they've got all these funds and stuff. No worries of debt. Like, yeah, I just go all out on that. And what else would be like good to add to the restaurant? Maybe like something retro kind of like an 80s thing, I don't know. Have a theme with that. Cause like you see a lot of stuff with like the 50s, 60s kind of era. Kind of like what was it called? That restaurant, Steak and Shake, which my hometown keeps talking about rumors for like over a decade and a half. Oh, we're gonna get a Steak and Shake. I was gonna come in, Steak and Shake, Steak and Shake, Steak and Shake. It doesn't. Especially with like some economic issues they're having right now with it, and it's like here it's still like a grab and go thing. You can't sit down. The menus are all black and white. It doesn't have any pictures or colors or anything. It's weird too. Because it used to be you could just sit down in the one of the booths. It's like a 60 styles or 50 style thing. And now it's like, oh, there's no reason to have these special menus because like COVID. Also, we don't like fun. Anymore. I don't know, 80 something, I don't know. Like, what else we have there? I mean, definitely no beer. Because that'd be weird. Soda, I don't know about soda. I mean, I can see in some cases we could probably use it. We're not gonna take that item. I think we're happy with our brimstone, not brim. Well, a gel like brimstone. What else would be a good thing they had in the restaurant? No modern music. Yeah. It'd be something kind of retro in there. Not like the typical radio being playing and they have like the speakers or something for that, like blasting. Because I know I get sick and tired of listening to radio ads and stuff. Or listening to just modern music. Like modern music, I guess for some people is fine. Some modern music is okay, but like I want something a little retro, especially for a pizzeria. I probably want to do, well, I don't know. We could probably do curbside, but like that'd be kind of a pain if we're like super popular. Then we got to deal with the headache with like cooking the pizzas, then you have someone go outside of the curbside and dealing with that. I think we might just skip it. Not only for like practical purposes, like I get it, they can make the pizza and then do like a carry out thing, they just have to walk out the door. But for this sake, let's just not have that option. You just have to come and pick it up like a carry-out, like a regular. I mean, it's basically the same thing, only they're not going. Only they have to go inside. But I think it also helped too with safety, because there probably was times with employees getting like taking advantage of that opportunity to like get robbed or something. I know pizza drivers though, they run into that risk. In fact, my hometown was like that a few times with, they get an order, and they go to the sketchy neighborhood, typically, because, like, most of the town's pretty much sketchy, so you got pockets of, you know, of some safe areas. But, and then they, well, it doesn't happen a lot, but it happened enough times to where it needs, like, needs to stop. Is someone would order a pizza, and then they order to an address and no one's living there, it's dark. Whatever, right? That's a fake address. And if you notice, like, all the lights are off and it takes you to this address, do not get out of your car, just get out of there and call the police. Because, like my town, for example, because it's so magical there, being so terrible, had a few drivers get robbed at gunpoint after going to an abandoned house. They didn't know it was abandoned because they told over the phone or whatever order they got it from to come here and deliver the pizza. They got robbed at gunpoint, took their money and whatever else. It's happened enough time to where it's like, okay, now wait a minute. Why is my card glowing? Is it because of our angelic item? It does double the effect? Or maybe that's just like the animation that's typically there that I didn't notice. I didn't notice it before though. I would have noticed it if it was glowing. 8-inch nails? Yeah. So, I mean, we might put like GPS trackers on the cars. I know there's like a thing about like safety and security and stuff. So like, I understand that too. I think for practical purposes, it gets it to be like if something's happened, we know where this driver's at. Instead of having to like, you know, go back on records and see like where it's delivering something at. They could have been stopped and, you know, or broken down or something with a car, and then like next thing you know, might just take this with us. Next thing you know, it's like you have to find out where they are. And like they might have, I mean, more likely they have a cell phone, but on the off chance they don't, or their cell phone's broken or something's happened with it, then we can track them down. In a good way. Keep track of our vehicles too. I mean, that might get a little like iffy, I guess, with stuff like that. With laws and privacy. Well, we use it for practical purposes, I guess. So we're not like using it maliciously. Of course, that's kind of hard to, you know, say that and then actually follow it. Because some employees would just use it to their advantage. And this is just getting very specific, I guess, with this business. Just try this to see what happens. Okay, so it gives you something additional when you do that. That's cool. So the angelic thing, Brimstone, not only does that, it just gives you like a bunch of other perks. That's cool. Yeah. Use it to track down like any missing cars, any stolen cars, especially in really sketchy neighborhoods in some towns. That's a big thing with carjackings. Like my town has a few of those over the years. Actually, probably more than a few of those. It's been happening more and more now. Doesn't come to any surprise whatsoever. Even broad daylight, they do it. At night, they come out. Like, whether they take you out of your car or they just take your car when no one's watching. That always seems like they happen on a regular basis there, though. Take the negative. Remember to take the negative. Alright, enough with like my town for now. Hometown. My home base. And for like my pizzeria, I'll put them in typical large towns or largish towns. So like it's gonna be somewhere where it's got like high tourism, or if it's like geared to college students, campus area. Keep getting hit here. Stuff like that. So that'll be my demographic, not like small towns where it's like sketchier. Well, small towns are not necessarily sketchier, but like small towns like mine, where its crime rate being crazy, like, yeah, you're gonna drive out of town. Let's see what we get here. Does this last longer? It does. Interesting. So it's like a pseudo tarot card. That's cool. Quarter, okay. We got going on here, sun card, alright. Yeah, track the cars to see where they're going. I mean, not to see where they're going, just have... So, like, this GPS, like, dash cameras, we put dash cameras in the cars, too. That's even more privacy thing. But, like, it'll auto-record and stuff like that. And we have, like, so many days to retrieve it if something's happened. So, say, like, maybe a month worth of old stuff you can have on there before it starts re-recording over it. Or something nice. Something maybe longer. Like court purposes, accidents, all that stuff. I think that'd be really good. Oh, do we issue them? Oh, wait. I have to think here. Do we want specially made cars that have everything retrofitted? Let's say we got the money for it. Then we probably could. If not, then we issue them dash cameras that has the tracking on there. And then... So that way, that's a level of protection for them. But on the downside, it's the privacy thing. And I think we just keep that... And it's tamper-proof, too. In case the employees or something try to, like, mess with it. Or they mess with it, they get a warning, and then they do it again, they get fired. I guess, kind of scenario. Even though that's even sketch, I don't know. Now we're getting into, like, very specifics here. I'm just like, kind of putting this together. Not for real, like, for a real business. This is just all hypothetical here. Just like, for like, you know, a combination of safety and then like a, you know, availability of stuff you can eat there at this restaurant. It's gonna definitely have delivery. And then, what else? Like the car stuff, going back with the car stuff, we only look at the dash cam stuff if there's been an accident that was reported. I mean, they're going to have to stop as a requirement for an accident report. And just try to figure out what the damage is between the company and the driver. So we use that for that purposes and any kind of crime that's going on. Obviously, we're We're giving the footage to the police if they subpoena it. If they subpoena it. There's a big one. We're not just going to give free data away. Like some tech company. Or leak it. And we're doing it for our customers. Alright, there's our card here. Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, for accident purposes, crime purposes, you know, just like a typical, like, grocery store, too, of course. It not only protects the safety of the driver, but protects the safety of the company, too. I mean, we don't really want to have a dash camera that doesn't have, like, audio enabled, because that's going to be very important for, like, dialogue against, like, something that comes down. Like, if there's, like, some kind of a police brutality thing going on. Something weird. It's going to have, like, the track of speed, too. It's going to have a tracker of speed. It's going to have a GPS thing to know where you're going. I mean, I guess you could use the data as an analytic thing to try to figure out what best areas, like, work well with, like, you know, travel. And then figure out how we can cut time down. I was, like, thinking there first. It's like, oh, should we take the other thing? Alright. Here we go. Alright. Ah, damage, alright. There goes our angel deal chances. What else do I want in my dream dream pizzeria? Well, going back with, like, doing community stuff, so we'd be raising money for different things or whatever. For charity events or, you know, people who are really needed and desperately need it. Someone who's, like, super sick and stuff. Just stuff like that. Alright. Not a whole lot going on here, so I guess we take pointy rib. Oh, we can take both of these. I mean, we could probably do birthday parties, but I feel like with all this stuff I've kind of listed off here, with things we could do, it seems like we're too spread out with things. So maybe hold off the birthday party stuff. Because they probably want cake and ice cream, more than likely. I think those kind of desserts we don't have on the menu. For the sake of just being, like, strictly salty stuff. Salty pizza stuff. And appetizers. Makes it easier. I know my hypothetical thing I was talking about, it's like, what if you can get all this kind of resolve and stuff? Yeah, okay. I'm saying, it's thinking more of a practical sense, like, we don't want to have, like, oversaturation of, like, things to pick from and, you know, stuff going on. Things of that nature. We definitely do some sponsorship stuff, though. Get our name out there. Doing stuff for the community with that. Offer, like, discounts. And, like, possibly free services depending on, like, the charity or company we're doing. doing it for. Even like, you know, for large parties, group party stuff, we're offering discounts for food too. I mean, a pretty reasonable discount. Nothing too crazy. Even though, like, almond milk is kind of screwed with our damage a bit, we're doing pretty well. Okay, we got some damage upgrades to go with it here. Might as well take this with us. What else for this pizzeria? If it's gonna be a sit-down restaurant, I suppose we do offer soda and stuff as for drinks. But for delivery, I mean, I guess it'd be kind of cheap to give them 2 liters. We just add a little bit of a price to it, extra. We do that. Yeah, I think that's be better. Instead of, well, we could probably have options with the smaller bottle stuff, but I think it'd be cheaper. I'm just saying, like, costs and stuff like that. I don't have to, you know, I can go all out on it with this hypothetical. But for practical purposes, and to gain as much profit as we can, like, gain the 2 liters. And then we probably have to get a machine stuff, of course, for the in-restaurant stuff. And we just have our typical sodas and diet sodas. Well, not diet sodas, because that'd be too much. Most restaurants, it's just like, mostly just regular sodas. Sodies. Is that an out library? It is. I mean, we could probably go through all these. Tea, I mean, we're gonna have tea, but it's gonna be like just generic tea. Not like something tricked out. And water, of course. Gotta have water. But we're gonna have the typical ice cubes too, but they're not gonna be boiled down to where they get all the junk out of them to make them look clear. That's a little too much. Make it a little casual. Like, oh, what's this in my water? Clear ice cubes? What is this, a bar? What's this, a fancy restaurant here? Be a pretty good restaurant, though. I eat there. Of course you eat there, because, like, you're the one who made the concept for it. Yeah. Pretty much it. Made the concept of it, therefore I like it. Now, for payment options, no Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, because that's just, like... I have my opinions on that in one of my backlogs, I think. But none of that. I don't need someone to order pizza on the dark web with bitcoins and then send him to, like, an abyss. Child trafficking. Trafficking, I mean. Human trafficking. None of that. But it's gonna be, like, credit card. I'm gonna say no banking information. A check is, I think fine. Now, the places I used to get pizza from, my hometown, they only accept checks that are 1,500 or higher, which is like, meaning, after you write so many checks, which is like about a couple hundred checks or something like that, or 300 checks, then You get in the 1500 range, so it's numbering from 1200, I think. So 1500 or higher, and from. See, that's another thing too. They add is like, and from a local bank. So I don't know. Maybe a local. I think maybe a local bank would be a good option too. Because like you can have like a. You have like multi-chain banks and stuff like that from around the country. So I think with a local bank, we do have to run into the issue with like foreign banks trying to cash something, and it's probably like extra fees we gotta have to like cash a check. That's why they have that kind of thing in place to deal with those kind of situations. Non-foreign banks. It's gonna be in U.S. dollars, of course, because currency values change all the time. With, I mean, in general, but like also foreign currency. We don't want to like get like, I don't know the currency. Let's see. Venezuela, for example, it's like 100,000 or something crazy amount to have like a few dollars because the inflation's like hyperinflated over there. Imagine you have like $100,000 worth of those, which I don't know how many it is, the highest for the thing. All right. Oh wait, these are regular deals. That's right. I'm gonna say no to all of these here. Although, Guppy's Paw, but we do have a red heart. Yeah, we do. Get us more health here. Actually, we're max health, that's right. Oh, crap. I was thinking too, like Polaroid invincibility, but we don't have the Polaroid. But yeah, typical credit card. They have that check option, local bank, 1500 or higher, the numbering range. I think that 1500 or higher is going to be like a verification. It's like you've written enough checks, you're creditable. Instead of like, you just got a checkbook and your money is not good here. Get overdraft. You have overdraft protection, so the check doesn't go through, it just bounces. There's cases in my town, for example, where I might have said that for another video. Oh no, it's kind of a touchy subject, kind of, because it's kind of a local controversy thing. It's the person who never got charged with a crime. Writing a bunch of bad checks and buying people's stuff in their homes. And running off with their stuff. Or they get, like, shorthanded. Especially with the church, too. That's what happened, too. She even did it with the church. So, like, the media... That's another thing, too. So, like, the media in the town never reported on that, even though they had a reporter in there. I was in there. I was just able to be in there. So this is supposed to be for victims, right? So, like, I was able to go in there because I was kind of helping with the research for one of the victims that was there. And, because I was finding out information about her, about this and that. Not for, like, doxing. Well, it's kind of doxing, but it's not, like, find her address or anything. It's more in the lines of, like, any other people she scammed. And there's, like, Facebook stuff that's got things. There's evidence. It's documented and archived. And so, like, this meeting was, like, a few of these victims that, and here I am trailing off from my business idea. I'll get to the point here. They had an issue with this person, and they got scammed, and one of them was a church. And, you know, she kept the key of the church and had to change the lock, and they're trying to be, you know, they're very generous with her, and then she's taking advantage of this generosity and, you know, did her own thing with that. Taking stuff and giving fake checks. And so decided the priest to look into willing to, convict her with stuff. Anyways, back to the point. That's why checks, those kind of checks specifically, 1,500 or higher in a local bank, that's likely to bounce. And what we do when they bounce, I don't know. Just follow the guidelines of somehow to fix that. Researching that. Legal department. We don't need lard. This guy is just tough. Oh yeah, we can fly. I keep forgetting. Oh. We might as well just take the lard. It's gonna be speed down, but we can go over here to the Guppy's paw and pop it a couple times. Actually, maybe once, because we might have lost 3 here. We'll just take this. Might help us a little bit here. It helped, it did. Trying to see what else, like cash, of course. We're gonna have cash option. Some places they'll take cash. No, we're gonna take cash. There's ways to verify now whether it's been tampered with or something. If it's a fake bill, they've been making more and more sophisticated stuff. And it could be older bills too we have to deal with, but then we have other methods to like verify. And then we'll have like maybe a tally list. So like we have customer information. See, this is gonna get tricky too. Because like if we run an issue with a customer, oh, then again, the problem is if they pay in cash, they use a fake name and a fake address. Oh, a real address or something. Fake name and it'd be like, or fake address. They come and pick it up, then it's like cash is fake after they leave. I mean, we might have security cameras in the place, I guess. I don't know. It's tricky because you need a way to identify it in case it happens to you. It happens in this business. Alrighty. Alright, just getting a little sketch here. Okay. I guess we just I guess we hire a lawyer too to try to like figure out legalities of things and opinions of like what we do to like circumvent a lot of these like issues that's kind of hard to like really pinpoint if whether we're doing it right or not, or if we're just kind of clueless with this. Definitely get around to that. Research other companies that do stuff like that, what their remedies are. And we did it. Okay. So I don't know if like doing the loop thing is gonna like do anything. And we got Wicked Crown. Oh, that's interesting. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.